Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Gist with Ada. Today's episode is for the single ladies in the house. So I have two questions for you, right? If you're single, beautiful, and you are still searching for Mr. Right, or you are in the verge of getting married, or you are in a relationship with somebody and you're thinking marriage is the next step. Now, answer these two questions for me. The first one is, are you ready for marriage? Write it down in the comment section. The second one is, why do I really want to get married? Like, why do I want to get married? Write it also in the comment section and I will talk to you when I get back. Welcome back. This is The Gist with Ada, and I am Ifeoma Ada Oke, the host for the show. I am a relationship and transformational coach, so I give you tips on relationship and also to transform your life to the life that you deserve. Okay, I said today's topic is for the single ladies in the house, right? I'm all about relationship before marriage. So I asked the question. Have you written down your answer? Are you ready for marriage? And why do you want to get married? Today's topic is wrong mindsets for marriage. So today I'm going to be attacking your mindset. So I want to know, why do you want to get married? And from the answers we are going to get today, then you will know if you are ready for marriage or not. One of the reasons why divorce is becoming rampant and why marriages don't work is because a lot of people are having wrong mindsets before they get married. They have the wrong reasons before they get married. You need to get married for the right reasons. So today I want to talk about the wrong reasons or the wrong mindsets for marriage. If your mindset falls between any of this, then you need to go and have a rethink why you want to get married. The first mindset is marriage is a do or die affair. The Bible tells us that divorce is not an option. But at the same time, when marriage is becoming too toxic and a danger to yourself and to your kids, then marriage is not a do or die affair anymore. You need to think for your kids. You need to think for your well-being. A marriage that is toxic is not the kind of environment to grow your kids, because you're only going to grow up a monster that is going to do the same thing that the father or the mother does in the marriage. So when you say marriage is a do or die affair, if you have that kind of mindset before you get into marriage, you find out that whatever they dish to you in that marriage is what you take. It's like you don't have the mind of your own anymore. You're there, thick and thin, yes, accepting all the toxic behavior, accepting all the violent behavior, because you have this mindset of marriage is a do or die affair. If you have that kind of mindset, before you go into marriage, make sure that you choose the right partner for yourself. Don't just pick anybody from the street, say yes to anybody from the street, and then you say to yourself, oh, marriage is a do or die affair, and then you end up with somebody that is not worth it. All right, so the second mindset is marriage is a poverty elevation scheme. Oh, this is so funny. This is so funny because I've actually literally seen women who actually say this. Like they tell you, oh, all I need to do to get out of poverty is to get married. You're marrying for the wrong reason. You're marrying for the wrong reason. That is a wrong mindset. There are some men that have all the money in the world, but they don't give to their wives. Believe it or not, it happens. There are some men that have very little money, but they share everything with their wives. And there are some situations that when you get married, you have everything. Things just turn around and probably the husband loses his job or his business goes sour and all those kind of things. You need to prepare yourself for the future. You can't sit down and say, oh, I want to get married because I want my husband to put everything 150%. If your husband does that, fine. But nothing stops you from being a boss lady. There's nothing stopping you from being a boss mom. There's nothing stopping you from being a boss babe. So just sitting down and expecting the man to do everything for you, or getting married because you want to get yourself out of poverty, why don't you work? Why? Why don't you start up a business? Why don't you do something for yourself? Get your own dough, get your own money. If your husband does 200% of everything in your house, in your home, then it's a plus for you. But getting married because you want to get yourself out of poverty, you're just going to jump from frying pan into fire because you don't even know what the future holds. So that's the wrong mindset for marriage. If you are struggling right now, try to make it work for yourself. If you get a man that is going to do everything for you in future, all well and good. But don't allow yourself to get into frustration just because you wanted to run away from poverty and then you end up running into poverty as well. Yes, we always say that the man's money is my money. But he has so much responsibilities. Kids are going to come, school fees, house rent, everything. He has to take care of his own family too. That's his own parents, if they are still alive. So check yourself very well. If you are the type that is looking for a rich husband, I wish you well, Sha, but that is a very wrong mindset. So the third mindset is marriage will make my relationship better. Who is deceiving who here? If your relationship is not doing well at all right now, like you guys are dating and your relationship is not doing well right now, don't even bother going into marriage. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Before I got married, one of the advices that I got, especially from a big friend, I call her my big friend because she's like way older than me. One of the things she told me is that whatever habits, whatever is going on in your relationship now is going to triple in marriage. So if your relationship is not going well now, just know that you're going to have triple of it in marriage. There are some people that will even tell you, oh, I didn't notice that this man is like this man is like that. When we now got married, I'm not seeing so many things that is making me feel like, I shouldn't have entered this marriage. Then you that you are seeing it, you are not telling yourself and deceiving yourself that, when we get married, it's going to get better. Who told you that? It's not going to get better. If the man is not respecting you now, you are not even sure if he's going to respect you at all in marriage. If he's cheating on you now, be rest assured he will do triple of it in marriage. Now, I always have a clause, except the person within himself says, this thing I'm doing is not fair on this woman. It's not fair on my marriage. I made a vow with this woman, so I need to stick to that vow. I need to respect my vow. And then he ceases from all these habits. But if not, chances are it's going to get worse. If your relationship is not going well now, don't even bother settling for that. That is an indication that you're going to get worse than that in marriage. Now, when I'm talking about if your relationship is not going well now, I'm talking about you seeing all the red flags. He's not respecting you. He doesn't respect your family. He's very disloyal. He's very violent. He talks down on you and so on and so forth. He doesn't communicate well with you. He doesn't check up on you at all. You're seeing all these red flags and you're saying, oh, by the time we get married, it's going to get better. And see, don't deceive yourself. It's not going to get better. If he's not doing it now, chances are he will not do it in marriage. In case you don't know, marriage kind of relaxes people. Do you understand? So relationship puts them on their toes, but marriage kind of like relaxes people. And so if he is showing all these red flags in your relationship and you are still sticking to him, what makes you feel you want to change in marriage? It's only, like I always say, if he decides to change by divine intervention. But are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to risk that? So if you have this kind of mindset, you are not ready for marriage. You are not ready for marriage. Go and work on yourself. Go and work on yourself. That means you are ready to take anything just to get married. No. That is a wrong mindset. So let's go to the next point. Now, my fourth point is marriage is an achievement. Team, I am married. Team, I am Mrs. When you ask them what is their name, my name is Mrs. Ifeoma, please. If you see marriage as an achievement, I don't even know how to start. Marriage is sweet, but never have the mindset that once you are married, you have achieved everything in life. You are just starting. There are a lot of things to do even after you get married. Kids are going to come in. You need to settle yourself. So if you just relax and say, once I get married, I'm fulfilled. That is the wrongest mindset for marriage. That is the wrongest mindset for marriage. Marriage is sweet. Marriage is sweet. I will say it again. But marriage is not a lifetime achievement. It's not. So if you have this mindset of once I get married, everything about me, I am fulfilled in life. I have achieved a lot. When people are saying I've done this, I've done that, you will now say I got married. Are you the only one? Marriage is not an achievement. You just transition from being a girlfriend to a wife. And from there you transition to be a mother. And from there you transition to be a grandmother. So these are stages you pass through. What is your achievement in life? That is what you should be asking yourself. So those of you that have stopped growing yourself, that have stopped pursuing your dreams or your aspirations just because you want to get married, you think that once I get married, every other thing has ended. What do I need again? You are just setting yourself up for downfall. You are setting yourself up for frustration. There are some men that actually likes their wife to pursue their career. There are some men that actually likes their wife to push their dreams. For instance, I got married to one of those men. When I tell him, okay, babe, I want to do, there's something I want to do, right? It sticks to his head as well. And he wants to see me in that space. He wants to be proud of me, proud of my achievements. And I also want to do the same thing for him too. So don't end your life. Don't end your aspirations just because you feel that marriage is all and all. Marriage is the highest achievement in life. If you have that kind of mindset, you are setting yourself up for destruction. Because believe you me, when you get married and you're just laying around, calling yourself Mrs. everywhere, that man, except he's the type that would say, I don't want my wife to work, or I don't want my wife to do anything, I just want her to sit at home, look pretty and have kids for me, fine. Then you met your match. But if you didn't get married to that kind of man, then you just set yourself up for destruction and frustration. So if you have that kind of mindset, please work on it. That is the wrongest mindset for marriage. That is the wrongest mindset for marriage. The last mindset I wrote is, other people are getting married. You know, Tim, other people are getting married. I'm getting old. Other people are married with kids. So I need to quickly get married. Marriage is not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not something you just say, let me quickly do. If it doesn't work, I run out. No. Marriage is not a game. There are so many people involved. Except you're going to get married and not have kids. Because I'm very particular about kids. Whatever you do affects your kids. So get married for the right reasons, not because others are getting married. And then you start counting age. Hey, I'm 33. Chidinma has gotten married since 6 years ago. She now has 2 kids. How is that your business? Chidinma's life is not your life. Everybody's time is different. If Chidinma got married 10 years ago and then she has 3 kids today, what makes you feel that you two will not get married today and have your own kids? Who is pursuing who? This is not a rat race. This is not a competition. If you're getting married because others are getting married, you're getting married for the wrong reasons. Because the thing about having the wrong mindset for marriage is that you tend to make a lot of mistakes. That is why you find out that you start settling for what you are not supposed to settle for. That is why you find out that when you now get married and you don't get what you thought you were going to get out of this marriage or out of that marriage, you now start getting frustrated. Don't enter marriage for the wrong reasons. Enter the marriage because there's this guy you met, right? You guys click. You guys sync. And then you want to spend the rest of your life with this man. Not because of material things, not because people are chasing you from your village saying that you are getting old, not because you feel that you've not achieved anything because you are not married, not because of all that. Get married because you want to be married. Get married because you want to spend the rest of your life with this wonderful man that God has given to you. Aside from that, do not try it. So if you have any of these mindsets, just know that you're not ready for marriage. My sister, go and settle down first. Go and sit down somewhere and work on your mindsets. Work on your mindsets. Work on your mindsets. Please. I'm sure by the time you start looking at all these ones I just talked about, other ones will begin to pop into your head. And then you ask yourself critically, am I ready for marriage? Because if you are not ready for marriage and you go into marriage, I'm sorry, but you will run out of the marriage. Or if you don't run out of the marriage, you'll be frustrated for the rest of your life. So be careful. Marriage is not a game. Marriage is sweet when you get married to the right person. Marriage is not a game. So don't gamble. Do not gamble. Do not settle for less. Do not do the wrong things. Do not have the wrong reasons just to get married. All right? So thank you for watching. As always, please leave a comment, share this video to people, to your single friends, share it, let them have a taste of this wonderful topic today, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notifications so that you can get my next video. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Take care, stay blessed, and make sure you work towards the life of your dreams.